Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager. It's the career mode, the full team version, and we're on episode number 19 now. Still pretty early into season number 2, and after starting with the little team that could, all 66s or below, we're now starting to get fairly competitive. I've got Marini and Vilvol among the favorites for Paris-Troyes. Coming up here, 160k. It is a sprint run, but you see it is a bit undulating for just a sprint run. So there could be a number of riders left behind heading into that final run towards the finish line.
It's going to be a monotonous day when it comes to the terrain, but at least the teams with sprinters won't be complaining. And, of course, those opportunists with a bit of daring won't make their life easy.
Alright, so I'm going to get my guys set. Obviously, Marini and... Oh, Brown. That's not... There's Marini. Marini's going to be amongst the favorites. He's a 0 on the day, but strong sprinter. Here comes Vilvol. He's a +1 on the day, so we're going to be in for a real shot at this thing at the end. But I'm going to go ahead and nice race day condition there for Easter. Get my guys all set, and I'm going to get towards the end of this race, and I'll see you then. We're back. We've got 40k to go, and these little punchy climbs are beginning to do their damage. Now, I'm not working too hard here right now, as Easter and Harris are actually just on an 80, but the group seems to be kind of breaking apart, coming back together here at the moment. So I'm going to have to ensure that as this comes back together, if it comes back together, there's not too much damage being done. But you can see quite a few splits here in the field. I have a feeling that some, if not all of these, will not regain contact. This group, though, that Easter is in, I think they'll grab back on here in a couple minutes. Or a moment, I mean. More like it. Because look how close they are, just a few bike lengths away. And now they're back together. Okay, so 33k to go, 48 riders left in the peloton. Brown is done, and he is supposed to be shielding Marini. So let's get Wachtendorf, our leftover man here, on Marini to make sure he does make it to the end. Now in terms of climbs, they're going over this little punchy climb, and then there's one left. So we are nearly there to the end. Breakaway group, just 3 riders left, and they are right there. We have nearly caught them. With 30k to go. Brown is already out the back with a group that's actually quite close behind, but over the top of the climb it looks like they drop back off a bit. Harris is also very nearly done, so Harris is not going to last much longer here. Hanging in there for the moment, though. Now in my top tier of sprinters, there's actually only 2 here. So Marini and Vilvol really are just the 2 guys that I have. Breakaway group caught. Pace has slowed quite a bit, but I don't have the numbers to attack just yet. I only have 5 guys, so it's a little too early for that. If these guys get back on, they get back on. Only 15 riders.
There's nobody out in front, so with less than 20 kilometers to go, it's beginning to look as though it's going to end in a mass sprint. The current pace is a bit too docile for some riders who are looking to create a breakaway.
Right. Now, I think I'm going to form up before the climb. Now I really only have 4 guys left, as Wachtendorf is right at the end of his rope. might actually wait till we get over the climb. Let's go and do that. We're coming up on that climb now. Now we're starting to go uphill 4 degrees, 5 degrees. Or percent. Stop a little around the corner, but now we're at 8. And Hemlin, Easter are hanging on. Brown and Harris have... Wow, the peloton just went up to 104 riders at the moment. Right over the top would be a fantastic place to get these guys. There we go. 14K. Now, is it going to be Marini or Vilvol? Vilvol has the condition bonus, so we're going to put him behind Marini. And then we'll go Easter and then Hemlin. I wanted Wachtendorf, but he's not strong enough at this point. So Van Hemlen's going to lead us out, and I'm going to start pushing right now, but only at about a 93. Hopefully Van Hemlen can last a little while yet as we start to go downhill. Well, a little false flat first. Now it's going to be downhill. And this should split the group right up. Uh-oh.
And he's not going to be able to
that was
Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season. A fall has just happened in the peloton.
Not good.
Several riders are on the ground.
That was not good.
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
Here's
What's going on? Several riders are flat on the ground. Certainly some sort of incident.
Van Hemlen's going to try to lead out Wachtendorf. Brown just got caught up in it as well. There's only 12 riders in this group. There's only 2 riders that are anywhere near potentially getting back on. There's 14 riders. I don't think that next 36 is going to get on board. And I cannot afford to take off. So hopefully somebody's going to step up. And no, there's nobody. There's no attack. So we're back to 49 riders here. Now we've got a group that's going. Oh, this is going to be a weird finish here. So Van Hemlen's got to be lead out man for 5K plus whatever he already did. Wachtendorf has recovered a bit, so... So, back with Wachtendorf, one of our top guys from last year.
A rider drops out.
Meanwhile... Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh. Nice. That was pretty cool. Let's see this again. Whoa! Alright. I got Harris, Easter, and Vilvol here. Oh, Marini is the withdrawal. Marini has dropped out. That is not good. It's 3K to go, so you're going to attack. Easter's going to grab on, and then Vilvol's going to grab on here. And meanwhile, so I've got to try to keep an eye on both groups. It's 2K to the finish. So Wachtendorf, we're going to get set.
And there goes
Now
the for the final sprint.
We can go 97. 99. Okay, there's the finish line. But we're still not going to make it because Wachtendorf is already low. But what about behind? How far away are you guys? 2.3. Not happening. Not happening, but you sprint. Easter was supposed to be following. What happened? He's not following. That is fantastic. They're not even following orders here. Follow Harris instead. $900 meters. 900 meters. Go. Wow, this sucks. What a disaster of a race. We didn't follow Harris, so Harris just did a lead out on his own for nothing, for no one. We're not even in the top 20. Oh, what a disaster. Good thing that was not a sponsor objective. There's Vilvol flying through, but what a race. Huh? What a race. I don't know what to make of that one. Brown. See, your sprint wasn't even a sprint. You just sat up before taking off. These guys didn't sprint, but at least there was something. You got 92nd. Woo! So, Marini crashes out and is hurt. Vilvol crashes out and ends up missing the main group in the sprint and finishes 51st. My only survivors were Van Hemelen and Wachtendorf. Van Hemelen is no sprinter at all, and Wachtendorf used to be a sprinter. But he was already done because he was protecting guys, so he wasn't in position to sprint. Neither was Van Hemelen, for that matter. So that was a disaster of a race, thanks to that crash. And we'll see how bad it is for Marini, as our top sprinter could be lost for a while. So no points on the day, and that sucks, but the bigger concern is what's going to happen tomorrow in the mail regarding Marini. Poplarissima is coming up next. It's a week away, and Marini is injured. Marini is injured. That was expected, but how bad is it? Fractured rib. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, come on. Start of April. Okay. That's not that bad. That is a couple weeks, though. But very, very high potential. Missing him is not good. I mean, this guy's future world-class sprinter, supposedly. So, still 50K to go on this one. But we are on to an objective. So, we're at Treviso. And it is a small loop. It is completely flat, but you can see from the run-up here that it's constantly looping. This is extremely technical. There are lots and lots of turns in the final few kilometers towards the finish line. So that is going to have an impact, absolutely. So here's a 5K banner. So if you follow this, we're having a right, a left, another right on that very next block. Go forward just a little and take a left and a left and a left and a right. There was that 1K banner, and there's the finish line. So the run-up is barely 1,000 meters, maybe 1,100 at most from the final turn to the finish line. There's virtually no wind on the day, 2 mile an hour, virtually no impact. I am missing Marini thanks to that cracked rib that he ended up with.
Managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
And with 24K to go, see that there's been some damage to the field, but only 2 riders have been dropped so far. And that quick glance, I have no race day bonuses at all in the condition. None. Van Ginneken's a -4 today. And a lot of these guys are at 97, 96, 98% fitness right now. This is also one of my big sponsor objectives of the year. It's one of my top 5. And really that means it's one of my top 3, because 2 of the top 5 are after contracts are signed for next year. So this is one of my 3 biggest objectives of the year. And we're not looking so good today. The objective, by the way, top 3. So let me go ahead and get set. I do have a strong team. I should be able to do well. Should. Let's see, Vilvol or Bull. Definitely Vilvol. Can, as weak as he is. Bouillard's actually looking quite weak, so we're gonna use Gouillard a little bit early today. In fact, first. And again, as we've talked about, until he actually improves his acceleration, at least to about a 70, he's way too weak to be involved in the sprint. I mean, his sprint is already a 74, and he's got fantastic potential. But he's going to have to start realizing some of that in the acceleration side. Or have really, really nice race day bonuses. So, 19K to go. Let's go ahead and get him on it. The breakaway group of 8 riders are just 24 seconds ahead, so they're very nearly caught. And we're going to try to take control of this peloton for the final 18K.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment we shouldn't see too many attacks.
Alright, we are nice and formed up now. And Gouillard to the front. Pace is pretty hot because at a 94 we weren't leaving anyone behind.
Only 15 kilometers left.
And Hemlin having a little trouble following Gouillard though. Those breakaway riders are actually hanging on here. So let's speed this up here. Gouillard's not going to last much longer. And we'll go 98 because it's only 13K. There you go, Gouillard. Job well done for him. He actually lasted a good while. Van Hemlin's going to go 99. We'll see maybe 97 for now. We are out front unpulling and putting that pressure on.
10 kilometers remaining.
10K. Van Hemlin's done. Wachtendorf. 5 riders to go 10K. That's 9. Coming up on 8.
On the last 8 kilometers of the stage, which will most likely end up in a mass sprint.
7.5. So we're good on that part. Nobody's lagging behind too much here. Van Ginniken. Okay, we'll get Veldeman ready here in just a moment. 4 guys, 6K to go. $5K to go. 25 riders left. We have shattered this field. 3 riders though. A little over 4K to go, and we're at that full strength now. Coming up on 3K to go for Bull and Vilvol. Remember, I need a top 3 here. Top 3, 2.5K. Okay, we're gonna start the sprint. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Get me ready here. Okay, so Bull is sprinting now. Vilvol, come on, come on. We need a better position than this. We need a better position than this. And there goes Vilvol. Can he come through the pack? Can he come through the pack? Top 3, still not guaranteed. Not guaranteed. Oh, he got the win. He got the win. Yes, Ballerini second, just ahead. That was so close. Boy, the top 4 really. That was a wide open for whether we were going to get first, second, third, or even fourth. And Willy Vilvol with the win does just enough. That was so tight there at the end. So well done. I was worried about us being on the outside there. We did not have the inside track. And Bull did a good job. Just enough. Veldeman really did not get us out far enough. And even then, Bull could not quite get to the front of the pack on that lead out, meaning Vilvol had work to do on that sprint. But because I waited as late as I did, because I waited excuse me. Because I waited till after that final corner and just 1K to go, Vilvol was able to full speed, full sprint. And that is the massive difference between last year's team and this year's team. Last year's team If that was Wachtendorf, who was my best guy a year ago, if that was Wachtendorf on that sprint, he would have been, well, he definitely wouldn't have been in those final four, right? So he would have been 5th, 6th, 7th on that sprint. Because for me, a year ago, the only way I won a sprint was if they were literally at the front already when they started that sprint, and then they just tried to hang on. They didn't out-sprint anyone. That time, Villeville did. So that's going to look very, very good on those sponsor objectives, as, again, that, like I said, it was actually one of the top 5, but reality is it's one of the top 3 because the deadline is July 31st on our contract signing. So, as one of the big 3 objectives of the year, not only did we complete it, but we won the race, so it's actually even better than what was expected. Wow, you look at that. Let's look at that again. This is not a very good angle, but we'll see this one more time here before we jump out of this one. Look how tight this is at the finish. And he is not over the top until that last moment where he gets past those 2 guys on his right-hand side. He's got one coming up behind him as well, challenging to overtake. So, yeah, there you go. There's the 4 guys. Less than a bike's length between the 4 of them. Okay, so at the moment, sponsor confidence is through the roof. We'll see how that sets up tomorrow. It's always different a day later when they reevaluate everything else. And there's that reevaluation dropping from perfect to literally right where we were. So I see no change in the sponsor confidence whatsoever. Let's take a quick look there. So there is that top 3 requirement where we got the win. So that was 3-star. There's only one 4-star race. It is in August, so it's after the deadline. And the Bucks County is in September after the deadline. So really our biggest race of the year is a top 3 here, Trofeo. And then Tour de Normandy is the other big one. So we got 2 3-stars and 1 3.5-star that actually count towards anything. Now the reason why my confidence isn't going up much higher at the moment, whoa, that's why the registered riders actually has dropped to 0, which I don't know why. Last year I was still getting some progress in that matter. So results are perfect. Squad is decent, but registered riders, I'm getting literally a 0 in that department. So apparently the expectation has gone up on the popularity in this department, because last year I got a little bit here and not a 0. And I've got much more popular riders than I had a year ago. I mean, Veldeman apparently is my most popular guy, and that's a very low evaluation on him. So this is another area that's hurting us, is I did not pick up any new Americans, so I still only have a 67 as my maximum. So I'm going to need to pick up at least one quality American for the team for next year. But if we take a quick glance at the team, we have a district reputation for Veldeman. Wachtendorf is unknown. District for Villeville. Bowl. Brown's unknown, as is Easter and Garrison and Gouillard and Harris. Marini is district. Simpson unknown. Van Ginniken is district. Van Hemlen unknown. And back to the top. So close to half the guys are known at a district level, and the rest are completely unknown. That does hurt us a bit. Alright, so I lost Marini from the group that was going to be here, so I will need to have a replacement. None of these guys are strong sprinters, so it doesn't necessarily matter who. Oh, it's Tour de Normandy. Okay, this is an objective as well, so I need to bring my best team for this one. And we need to check what that objective is. We've got prologue, sprint, 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 short sprint stage there on 4, sprint, sprint, and sprint. So that much is good. Let's double check what is Tour de Normandy in sponsor objectives. Okay, this is the other one right here. Stage win is the requirement, 3-star. So 2/3 of our main objectives are coming up right here, right now. So I need the best guy I can get out there. Now, none of these are sprinters, so that they're not going to sprint. But what I have is a couple guys that can ride on the flat. Either Garrison, who's got okay stamina, or Van Hemlen, who's got good stamina and resistance. So I'm going to bring Van Hemlen as a strong domestique. Which is actually what I did with the other race. It was Van Hemlen who replaced Marini for the same reason. So 7 stages, lots of opportunities here. This first stage, though, is not going to be one of those. So I'm going to do most of the guys off camera. Here on the prologue, I'll catch the last guy or so. Apparently Veldeman is a favorite today. So I'll see you near the end of the stage. Last 1 or 2 guys. My final 3 guys are coming up here on the prologue. Easter right now. He's a decent prologuer, decent as in 66 with a +1 race day condition here. And actually this is the first time that I've had any sort of excess because of his condition and strength. I can go a little bit harder. I've been tweaking when to go. Vilvol ran out of energy very early. So 8th place there for Griffin Easter, 14 seconds off the pace. Van Ginniken is just 2 seconds behind that. So those are my 2 guys that are in some sort of contention right now. I am thinking about the overall race win because besides this prologue, it's a bunch of sprint stages. So if I can get one of my top sprinters somewhere near the top, Tekla Hamanat, the South African, you might know him from the Tour de France, going for mountain climbers jersey in the past, is not a sprinter. At least I don't think so. I haven't seen his attributes, but I don't believe he's a sprinter of any kind. I've never seen him sprint in real life. And I don't know about these other guys that are within 10 seconds or so, but Easter, just 14. Van Ginniken, just 16. So if I can get like Bol or Veldeman, and Veldeman is amongst the favorites, if I can get them into the top 5 or 6 placings and then get a couple top 3s, they could find themselves in the final overall standings. But the main point, though, is I need to win a stage. So one of these sprints I'm going to need to win. So the sprint comes first. The overall will be second. But if I can go out, like right away in stage 2 and win a stage and knock off that objective. Ooh, hello. Let's go 81. We got a 69 plus 4 for Bol. So, nice. Bol over the climb already and not too far. He's going to pick up that ground here real soon. So, yes, an 81. I think we're right on the money where we want to be. Maybe an 80 now. 1K to go. And we start to pick it up, and 99 to the end. Second place, 2 seconds off the pace. I'm not worried about not winning. Well, it would have been nice to win this stage, but I certainly don't have high hopes of winning a prologue. I'm a sprint team, so I'm kind of not expecting to win today. So the fact that Bol just took second place in the stage is awesome, but he's not going to win the stage. I didn't expect to win here, but Veldeman maybe. Veldeman's supposed to be my better prologuer. But of course, Bull was on a +4 for the day, so in the prologue anyway. So he could be our guy for the overall, if not Veldeman. And maybe at this point, I do go for the win for Veldeman. Could we get it stage 1 and then aim for the overall? Alright, Veldeman. Next up, he is number 71, so there's still going to be a handful of riders coming after him, and these guys theoretically should have the best times. 70 on his prologue. -1 race day condition, but not hurting in any way, shape, or form that will affect his time, but not a plus like Bull had where he was a little bit faster. Okay, let's set this to an 81 here. He's already kind of in a deficit. 80. Yeah, he's holding level. 1K to go. 1K to go. We'll speed it up here, the final few hundred meters, and attack, attack, attack. 5th, 8 seconds off the pace. So no stage win for me, but I've got 2 guys very much in contention, and Bull might be my sprint guy to go for instead of Vol in the future stages, as he's just a couple seconds off of the potential race lead. Let's speed things up. Those last few guys coming in, see if anybody can beat Decathlon or not. It would be nice if they don't. We've got somebody who goes above Bull, same time though. So Bull actually technically stays second. So there's Decathlon with the race win. Bull takes second. Veldeman hangs on for 7th. Both of those guys are in a position where 1 stage win and they go top. Again, that's not what we're here for. Though, actually, for that, well, no, they said stage win, not overall. So sponsor objective. If I take second 4 times, but then win the race overall, that's still not meeting the race objective. It's stage win. So sponsor objective, that's what I got to hit. So we need to go for that first and foremost, and then we'll worry about trying to get guys to the top of the standings. So I'm going to set up stage number 2. We'll get out there and get set, and I'll see you when it's time for the sprint train, as we're very much on the flat for this upcoming 190K. You can see the profile there. It's got a few baby climbs, and that's going to be that. Without a breakaway group, the attacks within the peloton are beginning. Somebody tries to ride off for a solo win. It's definitely not happening because the pace is way too high. 26K to go, and we're going to go ahead and begin the setup of our sprint train. Remember, as much as I want to go for the overall race win, I need to hit the sponsor objective first. I need to win a stage. And the best chance of that is Vilvol, who is on a +3 race day condition and already the top sprinter that we've got. So he is very much going last, even though he is 48 seconds down overall. Bull, who is in second place, is going to be his lead out, though, because he is our hope for the overall, and he is a good sprinter. Veldeman will go in front of him. Van Ginniken be the next guy. Gouillard is ready to go. Easter. And at the front, Van Hemlen. And Van Hemlen's going to get to the front. 19K to go, so we're going to start that attack now. We'll try a 95 if I can get everyone formed up. No, so back off until you get everyone here. There's Gouillard. Everybody else is lined up behind Gouillard, so as soon as Gouillard makes it through the pack, we will turn it on. Van Hemlen. 16K to go. Okay, 95. Easter, ready. Follow him up, 15K.
There are just 15 kilometers left.
And Van Hemlen's still not off the front, as Alaphilippe leading out here for the orange and white team, whatever their name is.
The pace is really
Now Van Hemlen breaks through. And with just 13K, we might as well ride hard from here. So 97 for Easter. Try to keep my guys out in front. And Hamlin's actually recovering quite quickly. Why don't you just jump onto the back there? As Easter, little climb here, just 1% on that gradient, but you can go ahead and grab onto the back as well. 10K to go. As the batter, I still have the majority of the team. Actually, I still technically have the full team here. Pace is too hot for those guys in the back, though. They're not able to grab back on, it looks like. Couillard, you're dead. Attacking at 99s now. I think, yes, that is good. Group is starting to break apart. 51 riders left. Okay, Veldeman, your turn. Try to grab on here. 5.4K.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
On to those last 3 guys. Okay, Bull, we'll get him ready. Not ready to sprint. It's still 3K. Here they come. 2K. 1K. And Vilvol going for it. He's getting chased. He's getting chased. He's not going to get it. He is not going to get it. He's going to be second. No, he's first. He's first. He got it. Woohoo! I did not think he had it. I thought the guy on the far left, Taos, had it. He was only third. That was so close. Oh my goodness, that was close. That was, what, 5 riders? Right across the front there, all with a chance on that one. And Phil Vol takes it.
And here are the key moments of the
Look how tight this pack is, sprinting for the end. Oh my goodness. And there were still riders in front of them there. That wasn't the best angle. We don't see it here. This might be a better look if the camera moves at all, where you actually see the finish line. Here they come in. There we are, right in the middle. Yes, 5 riders. Oh, wow. That is half a wheel between 5 riders. And we got it. We got it. Vilvol. Stage win. Okay, objective met. So 2 of our 3 big objectives before the contract deadline are successes. So I think we should easily be cruising towards the 6,000 budget increase. The 12,000 budget increase, I think it's going to take a rider picking up some popularity based on, like this, wins, right? Vilvol. This could raise his profile slightly if he goes out and wins some stages. Looking at the overall, though, ooh, hello, hello, hello. Guess who got dropped? So now, 43 seconds back to 46th. We've got, let's say, 20 seconds of the possible contenders. 2 wins to get 10-second bonuses. Van Ginneken is at 14 seconds down in 17th. Easter is in 14th at 11 seconds down. Here's the 1 win to move up, right? 1 win will move you up 10 seconds. Are these top 11 guys? How many of them are sprinters? Well, let's see. Not Kennett. Waystard is. He just finished 3rd, I believe. Afonso, no threat. Lavon, Tulik, there. Hofstetter, that's a good sprinter. Veldeman, of course, now in 6 seconds off in 5th place. Gaspert, no threat. Moreno's no threat. So, there's really only 2 contenders up here near the top. Bull can go out and win it if we turn him into the sprint man and get him into the top 3 even once, with Vilvol leading him out, because Vilvol is 36 seconds down. So he's going to have to win 4 stages if he's going to win the overall race lead, which means I'm going to flip this, and we're going to ride for Bull now that we've got our stage win. And Vilvol should remain good because he's on his fitness peak. He just hit it today. Perfect timing. Goes out immediately and wins a stage. Final 14K of stage number something. Stage 4. And we are looking to shake things up this stage. Peloton's down to 25 riders. Breakaway group is nearly caught. And I put a lot of damage. For a moment, it was just my 6 riders. Okay, we are on a bit of climb here. I need to back off, but it's going to be Van Hemlen's turn, and we're going to try at a 92. Veldeman, see if we can't stay alive. Grab onto the wheel of Van Ginniken. This is where I'd done the damage, was the previous climb here, that little category 4. This one's not as steep, but it's still doing damage anyway as riders are getting dropped. And we've caught the Van Hemlen's done. Go ahead and put him to auto. Meanwhile, Van Ginniken, you're gonna go. And as we get over the top here, that's just fine. It's only 8 kilometers to the end. Use your gel. Veldeman, go ahead and use your gel. And now it's your turn. It's downhill. Should have you at a 99. I'm down to Vilvol and Bull with 5K to go.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
So Vilvol's going to lead out Bull this time. There's not many guys left in the group. And with 3K to go, Vilvol, it's his turn. He's not getting over the top at the moment. There we go. Okay, sprint, Vilvol, sprint, 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 and Bull. Go Bull. I would love to see Bull win and Vilvol stay in the top 3, but that's not going to happen. Is he going to get first? He is. He's got it. Sees Bull with the win over Toos and Hofstetter. That's 2 guys that we got to worry about too. So that was a huge 10-second bonus for Bull. Vilvol hangs on for 4th place. He is the leader in the sprints jersey competition. So he still picks up valuable points. What I had actually hoped to do originally was I was going to have Vilvol still sprint for the stage win and try to bring Bull on his back wheel and just bring Bull across the line with him, and at the last second sprint Bull to see if he can't at least get up there and maybe get inside the top 3 and pick up a couple seconds. But Bull got the win, and Vilvol gets a strong finish himself. No time bonus, but for Vilvol, that doesn't matter. He gets sprint points, and that does matter. So that worked out quite well. Final stage is on 27K to go. We have managed 2 stage victories, a 2nd place, a 3rd place, and 2 4th place finishes. One of those 4th place finishes was very much like a win, but 4th place. Breakaway group of 3, and I ended up they ended up hanging on by a handful of bike links, and they actually gave everyone the same time, even though they were still probably 6-7 seconds ahead. But I managed to finish both 4th and 5th in the sprint behind that group. So we're going to go ahead and get set up here. There is one more thing we're playing for, and there it is. Seasbull leads the sprints, and in 2nd is Tuesday, 4 points behind, and in 3rd, 1 point further behind is Vilvol. So a couple things that we're going for. So Bull is secure because this guy is not a sprinter and has been nowhere near. So even if Hofstetter wins, who's been a contender, Verstedt has been a contender, and then Tuze, they're all too far back. So Bull just needs to finish in the sprint group at the end, and he will win the overall. So we've got that secure. It's that sprint one that's still in contention among these three. So I need to get one of these guys to finish above Tuze to get the sprint jersey as well, and the points that go with winning that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want to set up my sprint train. Let's see. I went with Bull last time, and we only managed 4th. We're going to go with Vilvol today. Bull was a +2 yesterday. Vilvol was a -1. He's back up, though. Let's see. Veldeman to lead them out. Van Ginniken, a little bit tired, but he's doing okay. Van Hemlen is still in good shape. And then Guyard and Easter a bit tired. 19k to go. So I don't necessarily want to attack hard yet, but we'll use maybe a 94 for Easter. Kind of slowly bring the front. The field has shrunk a bit. 86 riders and quickly shrinking. 6 riders off the front, and we are getting pretty close to them. So this will be a sprint finish. Last little climb, last little uphill is right now. Once we get over the top of this, it's, well, not downhill all the way. And actually, the finish is a little bit uphill as well, so we got to keep an eye out on that. Get Guyard ready to go here. Easter hanging on. I don't mind this guy. Wants to attack, go ahead and attack. It's saving Easter some energy. Okay, Guyard, you're up. 94. Easter, job done for the race. Thank you very much. Peloton's already down to 37 riders now. And now we're down to 11k. We could start pushing a bit harder here. Let's go at 96. Van Hemlen, ready to go. Guyard's not going to last much longer. Ready, set, and go. Guyard, thank you. Van Hemlen, ready to go, or actually already going now. Van Ginniken needs to get ready here. Final 4 guys. Final 7.5k, so let's go 98. Still have not caught the breakaway group, but it's just a matter of seconds now. Van Hemlen, working hard on a 98. Van Ginniken going, 5.5k to go. He's going to go 99 now. Veldeman ready. 4.5k. There's my 3 guys. Duking it out. 82 riders. Van Ginniken, Veldeman, what happened? Veldeman was way back there. And where is Vilvol? Vilvol is caught back here in traffic. Vilvol's going to waste a bunch of energy getting up here. And, okay, Bull. Let's get both of you guys using your gel. It's 1.5k. 1.5k. Ready, and Bull. Sprint. Bull did not go with much speed there. And Vilvol. Sprint. Where's Tuze? There's Tuze. Tuze's going to beat us. He's going to get the sprint jersey. He's going to get the sprint jersey. Oh, and Vilvol didn't even get over Reza there. I thought he had 3rd for sure. For sure. That was a terrible sprint by Bull. He only managed his 7th. Vilvol was way out of position and not on Bull's wheel there at the end. And so that part did not work out. We do get the overall race win. We did get 2 stage victories. And we got 3 4th places. And then a 2nd and 3rd. So 4th was the worst that I got on any stage. So that part was good. It's definitely going to be some valuable points. But we missed out on the sprint jersey as Tuze is going to claim that one. Alaphilippe claims his 2nd stage win. I'm going to start wrapping things up here for the episode. We'll check the overall standings. We'll move forward 1 day and see where we're at, if that made any difference on the sponsor. The sponsor is loving us right now. we're hitting all our marks, and it's not helping. So yeah, Bull gets the overall. Tuesday ends up taking that sprint jersey. We get second and third there. I think we did get the under 25s though. Okay, so moving forward one day. Again, Sponsor Confidence loving us right after. They're so excited, but then they wake up in the morning and remember, oh, right, you might be winning, but you're not very popular. So it's a popularity contest. Alright, here's that new day coming, and they wake up. Oh-ho! Ah-ha-ha-ha! Well, there you go. Sponsor Confidence this time did not die away. Ooh, look at that payout. 8,490 credits on that one. Likey. Yes. Okay, so now all of a sudden we've hit super success with the multiple stage wins at the Tour de Normandy. And why is that? Why are you so happy? The results, same. So what has made you so happy? The overall win? Maybe it was the overall win? I don't know. This is all the same. This all looks the same. That was just purely results. But again, there's two of those top fives, and two of these really don't count because they're going to be after we sign the contract. So we only have one top finish left to go, and that's a sprint, but not going to be easy. That's going to be a difficult top three to get, but it's not till June. We've got quite a while before that comes up. Let's look at that final piece, final piece, as we wrap up March. And let's see those team standings. Bora Hansgrohe on top. That is amazing. Good for them. Cofidis leading the Continental. We are 6th. So we're still up there, late March. So it was not a fluke. We are doing quite well in the super prestige department. Technically, not quite as high, but 31st, 242 points. We are more than halfway to the entire total of a season ago. And I still have just a sprint team. We don't have an all-around. It is hard to score points. It's hard to win races, but we just did. But it was all sprints besides a little prologue. And that's the one and only place where we're kind of pulling that off for now. So, 242 points. That's 24 points in the game of Decathlon. That is such a small total when it's out of 1,000. But for a Continental team, and for what we started with, we've certainly made some progress. I mean, that's 31st out of all the teams, and we are absolutely on our way to being a Continental team a year from now. And if we get that 12,000 increase in budget, we'll definitely be able to bring in some even stronger riders than we have now, and more popular riders than we have now. And that'll absolutely push us into Continental Pro, as we were so close to making it for this season. But that's going to do it for this episode of Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.